Cathy Paper, Unleash Your Inner Rock Star.
Welcome. Thank you. I'm Cathy Paper. Happy to be here. We're going to cover Unleash Your Inner Rock Star. We want to identify what your brand is. How do you put your inner rock star out there a little bit more? What are you known for? It's a combination of style and substance. It can't just be one or the other. It won't work. So the rock star is connecting to what that is. I've worked for the past 15 years with speakers and authors all over the country, helping them launch their brand. Up there is Harvey Mackay, the New York Times #1 best-selling author of Swim with the Sharks Without Being Eaten Alive. How many in the room have read the book? All right, good. We need all the hands up, so we'll have to work on that. But what are you known for? What makes you memorable? If he had titled his book Prepare to Win, you wouldn't have known it. Swim with the Sharks is memorable. When you Google yourself, take a look. It's not all about who's up here in the column that you are. It's who else are they searching for? Who else are you looking for? 398,000 books on sales, and he's one of the top 15 books in the world. Okay, you want to pay attention to how your brand is memorable. I've put together a 10-point assessment to help people step into the spotlight, to go through these steps of taking a look at your brand from all vantage points. Are you consistent? Whether you have a book or not, are you consistent? If I look at your LinkedIn, if I look at your Facebook, will I see the same thing? So take stock. SAT, ACT, we take the tests, we study for them, we know where we're at. Take stock of your personal brand. Take stock of your professional brand. Know where you're strong, where you're not, where you need areas to improve upon. It helps you grow. I'm going to run you through a few of the things to really be the rock star, to know yourself. Who's taken the Strength Finder book? Again, similar number of hands. Everybody should go up, because sometimes our strength, those things that make us the rock star, it's too close to us. Prince, he's from in town, went to school at St. Paul Central. Okay, he figured out what his best assets were. Combination of marketing, songwriting, everything. You have to have a vision. If you don't have a vision, you don't know where you're going. Make a vision. It's strategic planning with images. Cut them out. Think about clients you want to work with. Think about what it is you want to know. Imagine yourself on the stage. Women made vision boards. Guys maybe hung posters. You've got to do some of that. You need to tell a story. To start becoming a rock star, what's your point of view? What is the one thing you can be known for? 400 words to start building your buzz. What are the words? What is it? Sales pipeline. Here's an author, sales pipeline. 400 words, she told a story, boom, come a lot of clients. Boom comes the credibility of being a business journal writer. LinkedIn, there are people that can tell you a lot more about LinkedIn than I can, but put your best foot forward. So this is a before shot of one of my clients. Teeny little photo says, I don't care. No title that says that he's spoken on the stage with Kenneth Branson, that he's a rock star. You've got to put that in there. And then, speaking of books, you need to go for it. So Dina Simon in the middle center there, raise your hand, because she went for it and put a book together. You have to go for it. And when you go for it, go big. Get in Barnes & Noble. Do it. Put your words out there. So round of applause for doing that. I help people get their launches out. You have to speak up. Chris Farrell, who's on the NPR station and a well-known brain, wanted to do more speaking. He got the coaching. To be a rock star, you need to get that coaching to become better, to speak up and speak out. I talked to him 20 minutes before coming here. He's going to Puerto Rico to speak to all the securities development, somebody in government in Puerto Rico. Anyway, you got to have that. Building a great team. Shout out to Darren Lynch, who's here, who's on my team, Michelle LeBeau, Tracy Arnold, Betsy Buckley, Rick, everybody. Have a good team. This is the All Blacks from New Zealand. I was a rugby player in college, and you know what? You need a good team. You need good people around you. Who are your top 25 that are going to talk you up? Use your best assets. Joe Sweeney is a client of mine from Wisconsin. Happened to be Brett Favre's first agent. When I first met him, he had already made a New York Times bestseller. He didn't want to talk about Brett Favre. I said, Joe, I hate to break it to you. Nobody's heard of an Irish kid from Wisconsin, but they've heard of Brett Favre. We're using this photo from 20 years ago. We're talking about that you worked with him. And then we converted these into tools so we could monetize his message. So again, for your business or for your personal brand, what are you trying to do? Packaging. Packaging is so critical to having the tools to go with it. Here's another example. Sweet, I get to take a deep breath. Here's another example of a company that's brilliant. Lead pages on packaging their intellectual property. Web pages, landing pages that they've packaged. They've got the assets of people that they've worked with. They're showcasing it. They're monetizing it in subscriptions. They've taken what they do well and multiply it. What's your intellectual property that you're sitting on that you're not showcasing? You've got to start thinking that way. And then be strategic. You can't run a marathon without a training plan. So make a plan. We have the 91-day 91-day RockStar plan so you can take those 10 steps to the spotlight. Map it out. You need to know what you're starting with the assessment, your goal, and what you want to accomplish. I aim big. So when TCF Bank first opened, I wanted to hold an event there. And I went there, checked it out, signed the contract, and looked at the woman touring me around and said, how much is it going to cost me to get all my clients' images up on the screen? She's like, we've never done that before. I go, will you find out? I want to do it. So $500 in a startup budget was a lot to spend, but I did it because you have to unleash your inner rock star. You have to show up big and bold. You have to believe that you're kind of a big deal and set your goal and go for it. So I encourage all of you, take the last 7 seconds. What's your goal? Put yourself out there and have the other people around you know what you're excited about. Thank you.